do this.
The underlying tone to everything that Paul and I do is the Benny Hill soundtrack theme music, because getting this podcast started was a little bit of a... I called Paul. My audio had changed for reasons I don't understand. That the speakers were set to this microphone, which just... Great logic.
There you go.
Paul and I couldn't get audio. Anyways, Paul's on the phone.
Yeah, so we
still in
built
Mexico?
a bunch of furniture stuff yesterday, and my expectation was this morning we would record the first podcast from the office here, and I woke up this morning and I threw my back out, and here I am. I'm laying on a bed. So, sorry. I actually I was trying to rush around to get it set up, and mostly my wife was doing it because I'm incapacitated. But then I was like, I'm not gonna be able to sit up here. I just can't do this.
Well, on the bright side of life, your picture quality is way better than when you're at home, for reasons we will still never
I know. Well, no, because I'm using an iPhone.
fully understand.
No, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why. Yep.
But either way, you weren't supposed to be still in Mexico, but you are.
Yeah, that's a long story. I'll just cut to the chase. We were going to bed the night before we left. We were all packed, ready to go, and we got started. Our phone started going. We got text messages that our flight had been canceled for weather reasons, which is hilarious because there is no weather here. And we looked up Newark, and there was nothing that we could see. So the only thing I can surmise is it was some kind of a chain of plane thing where the weather happened somewhere and it stopped. I have no way of knowing. But we spent like 90 minutes on the phone with United trying to figure it out, because they let you rebook, but they give you these. Well, actually, they automatically rebook you, and they rebooked us through Houston in the back of the plane somewhere, and then. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we're going home Saturday now, and we figured there'll be at least we don't have to pay $150 a night for a hotel.
I was about to say, it's like at least it's well, potentially frustrating and annoying. Like at least you're going back to home, right?
Yeah, this is one of those weird time things. Like the build up to getting this purchase done was very stressful and hard and everything. But then you look back on it, you're like, oh, honestly. It only took like three months. Like, what am I complaining about? That's rather incredible. And then the getting this place is completely empty. Here it was, and we got a bunch of stuff done in the week we were here. Well, we had less than 5 days or whatever. And like just yesterday, like we're gonna have a fridge and a washer delivered tomorrow. We got a bunch of furniture and whatever, it doesn't matter. But we got a bunch of stuff, and so actually it kind of worked out in a way. I'm going to miss an event with my friends in Boston on Saturday. I was supposed to drive there on Friday. I got to tell them about that this morning, actually. But anyway, here we are.
Well, you're making margaritas out of lemonade. I don't know. Something that didn't really...
Agave.
Out of a guave.
I love the margaritas to me.
Either way, Paul, I have a theory about the new Outlook. I have a theory. It's based on nothing, but it sounds good in my head. So the reason why they had to rebuild this whole sort of thing, make it a web app and do whatever, I bet it's related to their loop components.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't feel like something you could shoehorn into.
No, you're right. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. If I don't follow this too closely, but Microsoft, so I don't know when this happened, but Microsoft at some point made the extensibility model for Office web-based. So if you look at new, let's just talk about Outlook specifically. If you look at new add-ons for Outlook, because they're web-based, they can work with the client on Windows, and probably, I don't know how the Mac works, but let's just say the Mac. And then with the various web clients, Outlook.com and Outlook on the web. And that's fine. That's fine. But, Loop is this brand new kind of thing. And I bet you're right. I bet the legacy kind of back end or whatever of desktop Outlook is what was holding it back. And I wouldn't be surprised to discover that when they redid the Mac version of Outlook that they did work like that
Hmm.
with that client as well, right? I don't think that one is necessarily web-based, I guess. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's my theory.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it kind of. I mean, whatever. We'll see. I haven't downloaded it yet.
Yeah.
I probably should.
I downloaded the leak.
Mm.
I looked at it yesterday, and it's like one of those things you have to. It's a commercial account thing. You have to. I think you have to make some configuration change so that users actually see the option.
Mm.
I don't actually use Outlook for Windows, so to actually enable it, you have to get into the beta channel, which I'm not anymore because the new UI is now unstable, and that was the reason I was using it before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, anyway, it's a bunch of steps, and I'm like, I kind of have stuff going on right now. But
Yeah,
anyway,
what are you doing? I mean,
I don't know, hanging out, just like I said, margaritas.
typical threat. Anyways, Google also realized that if you tell a bunch of people that you've had this free tier forever, that they can't, it makes them angry. And so they kind of rolled that back.
I have to be honest. I don't understand why they backtracked
Yeah.
on this. These were people that were not paying them anything.
Yeah.
What's the fallout? I mean, it, I always sort of felt like you're basically using a commercial account for free, without, maybe you don't get the storage, whatever the other options are. But I mean, as far as like custom domain for a business
Mm-hmm.
hosted for free, okay, you thought that was going to be free forever? I mean, I thought that was rather bold assertion
Yeah.
from those people. I mean, I understand not wanting to pay, but yeah, but they backed down.
So here's
What do I know?
potentially a reason. I have no idea if this is right or not. So clearly they know that, but when they have that massive free user base, that's just a marketable base. They can send email to, like, please free upgrade or whatever, like start paying us money. They probably know that through their marketing efforts, they can get X% to convert over to paying product or whatever. When they said, hey, everybody's got to go to a paid product, they saw that pool just collapsing at a rate faster than they can convert potentially through marketing channels. So maybe they see.
How big do you think this pool is, though? Like, what do we have a number? Is
No
it
idea.
millions?
No idea.
Because I guess the math has to include, if it's some small number of people, 50,000 or something, just floating them, like whatever. It's you're subsidizing it. Who cares, If it's millions, I don't know.
Yeah, if it's in the millions,
Like,
it's got to be expensive.
Yeah. Yep.
So
But they're doing it.
I don't know. And if Teams wasn't great enough and stable enough, you can now get it through the store officially. Finally, only took them. I don't know how long. Teams. Yeah.
Our team's experience this morning, which
perfect.
Everyone is now witnessing, is just one of the many things that's happened with me with Teams this week. Like there was a 2-day period, that's a day and a half period, I'll call it, where I could send messages on my computer to like the people I work with, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the replies would only come back on my phone. So I like literally had to have my phone next to me, see what they said, and then respond. It was like, what the hell is going on? But that's
one of the other fun little things here with Teams, and I don't know if this is a team specific problem, but this happens, and it makes you question your sanity. So Paul, if you send me a message and it gets pushed to my watch, and then you delete the message in the Teams chat, it doesn't delete it from my watch. So I'll see the message says like, "Oh, Brad's really cool," and then I'll go be like, "Wow, I want to see that," and then it'll just be gone. And you're like, "What is going on?"
Yeah. So this is like that last mile problem. Where did I made a tweet about this somewhere. It might have been something unrelated, but if you think about how notifications work now across any service, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be email, like you said, Teams. YouTube pops up something, says, "Hey, there's a channel that came on. You might want to," whatever it is. Like, some apps do a pretty good job of, I don't know what you call this. You kind of remove it from all of the endpoints, because you could see, like you said, you watch your phone, your computer, it pop up wherever, iPad, So you may see something and you've dealt with it, but then you go to another device and that notification is still there. And it's like, shouldn't there be like there should be an explicit system for this that works across all devices, all services. This should be just a standard.
It'd be nice if
And
that
I don't
did.
know. What's that?
It'd be nice if that existed, but
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's kind of a hard thing to explain, but it's a weird bit of compute. Like technology is supposed to make life easier. Like this is like the paperless office that never happened, right?
Mm.
The idea is that this makes life easier, but compute technology has turned us into managers of technology.
Yep.
So we just sit there and swipe and get rid of things, and then we go to our computer. Oh yeah, get rid of that there. Like I don't like this is supposed to be automatic. No,
But here
am
we
I
are.
missing the point?
It's yeah.
Here I am laying on the bed using my phone for a Teams call because my $2,500 computer can't handle it. I I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe tomorrow we'll have the technology.
Maybe
Probably not.
maybe I could walk tomorrow.